I think we can all agree that the Create mod has tons of blocks in it that are just OP. Way too overpowered for vanilla Minecraft. Today I'm going to go over my list of what I think are the 5 most OP blocks in the Create mod. So let's get into it. Now, there are certain blocks that I am not entering into consideration for this list. Among them, there are the creative blocks like the creative engine, the creative wand, contraption blocks. So any kind of contraptions, whether it be a borer, a farmer, a train, even an elevator. And finally, wand type things like the symmetry wand and that extendo grip thing. So now we know what can't be in the list. Let's take a look at number 5 on my list. For me, number 5 is the mechanical saw. Now this one might come as a surprise to some of you because it's generally just used for chopping down trees. You could carry one of these around with a hand crank and easily chop down any tree you want, or you could use it to make handy tree farms. But these mechanical saws have another use that's often overlooked. You put them on a conveyor belt, they can cut all sorts of blocks, wood or stone, into any variation you want, and using a filter you can tune exactly what you get from them. But what does it for me, what puts these over the top, is the fact that they can strip wood, which makes your production of casings so much easier and exponentially speeds things up. So that's why the mechanical saw is number 5 on my list. For number 4, we have the deployer. Now, the deployer is probably on a lot of your list. This is a great block. It can do so many things. It's like having another U for each one of these. It can attack mobs, it can place blocks, it can build things, it can do all sorts of stuff that normally would require big machines to do and a lot of times can't even be done normally. So whether you're using it to beat up mobs in your mob farm or place saplings for your tree farm, the deployer's pretty much able to do it all. Plus, if you pair them with the mechanical saw, they can automatically turn that stripped wood you just made into casings for you. So they bring casing automation to the next level. And halfway through the list now with number 3, funnels. Funnels are ridiculously handy. If you're moving items in or out of inventories, this is the block to use. They can do all sorts of cool things with item interaction, and the brass funnels take it to another level, being able to grab up to a stack of items at a time and being able to be filtered. So not only does this make item filtering pretty much the easiest thing in the world to do now, it simplifies so many different processes that would normally be pretty difficult to pull off in vanilla Minecraft. You gotta really know what you're doing. And we're almost to the top now. Number 2 on my list, probably on most of your lists too, the rotation speed controller. Gearing up or down can be a pain. You have to add so many more gears, and it's usually just a big mess. With this amazing block, you're able to take any input of rotational speed and turn it to any output of rotational speed you want as long as you got enough stress available. So you can take that rotational speed of 8 from your water wheels and max it out with one of these, making your contraptions as fast and efficient as possible. This is an item on every Create player's list. Before we get to number 1 on the list, what do you guys think? Am I totally off on some of them? Did I nail any of them? Let me know what your list would be. I'd love to hear it. But as for now, let's see what my number 1 block in all of Create is. Can you guess what it is? Well, if you guessed that the redstone link would be coming in at number 1 on the list, you guessed right. I mean, come on, this is wireless redstone. This makes every redstone contraption so much simpler. With just a small understanding of redstone links, you'll be able to make the most complicated of redstone contraption with ease. And with being able to change the frequencies with such ease and the insane range on these things, there's no reason not to use them, and it's clear why they are number 1 on my list, the king of all blocks in Create mod, wireless redstone with the redstone link. So what do you think? Was I right about the redstone link? It'd be hard to convince me that this isn't the best block that there is. Clearly OP. You know what else is a little OP? The new Netherite upgraded gear from the Create mod, and I recently did a tutorial talking all about it right there. So if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. Maybe you'll learn something new. And I hope you liked this video. And if you did, consider liking and subscribing, all that cool stuff. If you don't want to, no worries. But as for now, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.